everyone, it's Little Lolly Cat here, and I'm back with the review that I promised to do, which I've had to do a second one on because I'm awful at filming apparently. So I've had to do a second one on these plain white Dotty basics. So I am going to show you these. So, as you can see, it's sort of white. It does have this blue line down the back right now, which disappears when you wet. And this may be subject to change because this is sort of, I guess, the diaper equivalent of a tester. So that's why they're currently sold at £1 a pop. They're very, very, very cheap for what they are. And we're basically going to be listening to what everyone says and their views on it and adjusting accordingly so that you can get a better product. It's the same way that Dotty's on like version 3 now, I believe, and Super Boompa's on version 2, and I'm trying not to do that. There you go. Yeah, the same way it's on those, so it's adjusted according to what people actually say, and that's a good thing, I think, because it means that you're actually listening to the community and the people that wear them and stuff like that. So I will say that these are the first diapers that have actually been put out by them that cover a much larger size range as well. They are much larger than the standard Dotties, as you can see. Wow, I could wear this as a dress. They are much larger than the standard Dotties, as you can see. Just plain white. They are the soft white plastic with this landing strip here. As you can hear, they're a bit crinkly but not over the top, so I do say that these are good for sort of more hiding than being out loud and proud, as it were, which is a good thing. You don't end up being too loud. The inside obviously has standing leg guards. I have had people ask about, it's soft as well, I have had people ask about diapers with high standing leg guards, and I will say that all disposable brands should have them, because it stops you from leaking. That's what really catches it and keeps it within the set areas. So if it doesn't have it, there's something wrong. That you might have gotten a faulty one, or the company you're looking at is dodgy as, and you should avoid them like the plague. But they should all have that. Okay. The back does have a waistband, but the front doesn't, so it can be cinched into your butt. It has the 2 tapes, which are not too close together, not too far apart. They are the standard sort of 2-try tapes, as you can see. Whoop. Although I will say that these are laid out mildly oddly, because they are so large. It's clearly a case of this part is sort of folded over when you get it. So when you unfold it, this part unfolds so that you get even just more like length to it. Okay. Whoop, whoop. And these are the... I'll try and flatten them out a bit so you can see. So they're not the thickest either, so like I said, they are definitely more for subtlety. They don't hold as much as the standard Dotties or Super Boompas. They are... what I would say is, like I said, they are more of a tester still. So they are more of a prototype to see what the interest is in it and how we can improve it accordingly. So it's also a chance to have your say, really. So these are made to hold around the same as an ABU preschool. So you can get a couple of wets into it, but beyond that, it's one of those don't feel completely safe doing it sort of things. So they are useful, but they are only £1, which is... you can't really knock it for £1, let's be realistic. It's really cheap. They are different sap as well. And I think that's important to say. I will be doing a video next on all the different kinds of sap you get. And part of that is to do with the fact that people don't truly understand what sap means, stuff like that. So this is thicker sap that is slightly less absorbent than the standard Dotty sap that they usually use. Dotty deliberately picks high end sap, which means that the diapers are quite thin, but they really expand because it's really, really absorbent. This stuff doesn't expand the same, which does add to its ability to be a more subtle diaper. so that there's no fear of I've used it and now it's going to swell up to 5 times the size sort of thing. So keep that in mind while buying it. It will hold more than you expect it to, and quite frankly, when you think about the diapers that are out there for £1, the only one I know of that's out there for £1 was the My Diaper original ones, the really cheap ones that I've shown on here before, that were really, really thin. Like, they were thinner than a pull-up, and you couldn't use them because if you used them, the shell would split and they would just leak. And I even had them leak on me. One of my first diapers ever to leak was one of them. So when you compare the price of that to this, I think there's a clear sort of winner. So definitely keep an eye out. They are available on the site, and the link will actually be at the end of this, because since Dotty does support this channel, obviously at the end you'll see a little box that says the Dotty Diaper Company. If you click that, it will take you straight to their site where you can see all their new products, including these, and you can get yourself a sample, or you can get yourself onesie, passy, anything from the newer range, or the older one for that matter. So I hope this is helpful to you all. I'm excited to see what happens with them. I've already gave them my feedback. Like, I would like to see them up, how much they hold. And we have already spoken about, I believe the blue band here is definitely going to get removed, and a waistband will be added to the front as well, sort of thing. We have discussed all of that, so those are my sort of preferences. But this gives you a chance as well to really have a say in the process as well, and lets you say what you would like to see on it, which I think is really important, because it is important for the community to have a say in what they're wearing. So go check them out, give them a try. Remember, at £1 you're not really at a loss if you don't like them, and if you do like them, then great, because they're £1. They're like the cheapest one on the market. So I will talk to you all later. Bye everyone!